Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to your favorite show on the internet, Raw Law Unfiltered, with your favorite host, the DUI guy. Plus, today we are going to be catching you all up on the happenings of this past week. As you can see, I am dressed for success as it is Derby time. And the Derby is actually going to run during this live stream. So that's definitely going to be interesting. And may the 4th be with you, everyone. Tomorrow is my birthday. So we are definitely in full celebration mode here in this household. We're going to do a bunch of fun stuff tomorrow. And the family is going to be coming over and we're going to be doing a bunch of stuff. And the girlfriend has a few surprises up her sleeve. So let's see what happens. But yeah, what a crazy week this has been. I swear it feels like it's one of my who was it? I think it was my thumbnail maker. My thumbnail maker was like, "Man, you lead a crazy life," because he's like, "Dude, you have done all of this in 1 week." And I kind of looked back at it and I'm like, "Yeah, that is 1 week worth of work." So I find it kind of interesting that you know, my life as a CEO, I guess, sometimes it gets away from you because we had a Karen Reed already Monday and Tuesday. Then I had a jury trial scheduled of my own that we'll talk about, Thurby on Thursday, and then yesterday I did absolutely nothing. So that was great. But let's pick up where we left off, which is Saturday the 27th. That was the last live that I had. I actually went to go see one of my friends who was a DJ after the live stream was over. She was just finishing up her set, so I think we caught the tail end of it, but it was really nice. It was really fun. Hannah, shout out to you, also known as DJ Begum. She's new on the scene, barely a year since she's been around. So shout out to you, DJ Begum, BEG with the U with the 2 dots over it. And she's really good. Like she's really good. She makes great music. I enjoy EDM, and she makes really good EDM music. So that was Saturday. That was a week ago. Then on Sunday, for those of you who follow me on X, you saw that we went to go see the first original 1999 25-year anniversary release of The Matrix. Wow. Seeing it on the big screen, you guys, it doesn't compare. I mean, I was 11 when it came out and I was still living in Israel, so I never saw a movie in theaters abroad. The first movie I saw in theaters, I think, was, I'll never forget it actually. It was Max Keeble's Big Move. And for some reason, because English was like my third language and I just moved to the country and I was like 14. So I think it was like 2002. When did it come out? Max Keeble's Big Move. I thought it was called Max Keeble's Big Movie. It came out in 2001. Max Keeble's Big Move. I thought it was Max Keeble's Big Movie because for me it was a big movie. Premiere date. I think it was premiering in like 2000. Yeah, October 5th, 2001. So I saw it. I was in the country about 6 months, and it was the first movie I ever saw. But yeah. Oh, happy birthday, Lucinda. Her birthday is also tomorrow. Look at that. That's beautiful. That is awesome. Yeah. So Max Keeble's Big Move was my first movie in 2001. Why did I segue to this? Oh, yes. So I never got a chance to see The Matrix, which came out in 99, of course, on the big screen, and we got a chance to see it on the big screen. You guys, we actually just finished the trilogy. I know it's a quadrilogy. What do you call it when there's 4 of them? I forget. It's not a trilogy anymore because Matrix Resurrections has kind of ruined it in 2021. I say ruined because I remember seeing it with my buddy right after the pandemic, like during the pandemic, I guess, when it came out in 2021. And it was just so bad. I don't remember anything about it. I really don't. I remember the first one. I remember the second one. I remember the third one. But the fourth one is just like, wait, what happened again? I know he has long hair, Keanu. and he meets Trinity, and they're like, "Do I know you?" And they're like, they have this chemistry going on, of course, like they did in the previous films, and when they shake hands, because we watched the trailer. So we finished 1, 2, and 3 matrices, 1, 2, and 3, 1 in theaters, and then 2 and 3 at home, because we had to. Once you open that can of worms, you can't go back. You have to finish it. You know what I'm saying? So that was fun. That was very exciting. And then that was Sunday. So what do we do after that? I don't remember. I think that the day was we may have started the next Matrix. I don't remember. Monday was really, really exciting, because Monday we got a chance to hear from David Yannetti doing his opening in the Karen Reed case. For those of you who have not been following the Karen Reed trial in Massachusetts, you guys are really missing out. I'm being dead serious. I wouldn't be saying that unless I meant it. I know it may seem like she's a nobody and it's not really a big trial. I mean, she's got Alan Jackson, she's got David Yannetti at the helm, and there's a third lawyer whose name escapes me. She's younger, she's new. I think she's kind of like, third chairing it, as we like to say, just to kind of make sure everything is going in order and stuff like that, which is very common. Not trying to deduct any points from her, but I don't think she's going to be doing. Maybe they gave her a couple of witnesses, like low-level witnesses that will come up in for the duration of the trial. But so far, so we had David's opening, and I can tell you all from personal experience, okay? From personal experience, I can tell you all that you win trials in opening, especially with rural jurors. I had a jury trial last week. That one is going to be premiering probably this week in this little place called Rockcastle County, Kentucky. How many of you, by the way, show of hands, how many of you have seen my videos on the crucifixion of the prosecutor that got his cases dismissed? I made 2 videos on it. He's like this big, heavy-set guy, kind of like leans back in his chair, like very, very lazily, and and then he loses like 3 cases. I did 1 in one video and then 2 in the other video, and it all happened on the same day. How many of you have seen that video? Show of hands. We got Crip Dragon says, I have seen that video. So did Rhonda, Crumb, and Abby. You have seen it. So that video is with that prosecutor. We had a 4th case in that same county. It's Rockcastle County, Kentucky. And I actually ended up trying a case against him. And it was a disaster, folks, for him. I mean, he should have never brought that case to trial. I have witnesses. My client, his wife, my girlfriend, my associate, and myself were in the room. I have 5 witnesses, including myself. I have 5 witnesses. The prosecutor walks in. So we have 6 people in the room. And he's like, I asked him something for something. So he brought it to me. It was a piece of paper with some information on it that I needed for the trial. And he's walking into the room, and I'm like, hey, wait 1 second. Wait 1 second. God, what's his name? Bill Ledger. I was like, Bill, can I stop you for a moment? He goes, yeah, what's up? And in front of everybody, because I'm not trying to be an asshole here. I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm trying to be for real. I look at him and I go, Bill, do you really want to do this? I swear to God, I did this. Like I said, I have witnesses. Ask them. Ask my girlfriend. Ask my client. Ask his wife. Ask my associate, Samina, who was in the room. Samina Chaudhry. Shout out to you, Samina. You are an absolute treasure to the firm. I asked him, Bill, do you really want to do this? He goes, well, yeah, I'm going to do this. I'm like, listen, man, I want to give you one last opportunity. I'm giving you one last chance to back out of this. Just give us an offer we can't refuse. Client's sitting right there. I literally said it. Client is sitting right there. Give us an offer he can't refuse, and we call it off. Like, you don't need to do this. You have a crappy case. You're going to lose. I didn't say those words, but I did say, just make us an offer you can't refuse. I'm giving you one last shot. I did say those words. And he was like, no, man, I'm sorry. I have to try this. And I'm like, why? I asked him why, because I wanted my client to hear it. He said, well, I don't want to set a bad precedent. I said, what do you mean? Precedent for what? Well, your client refused the breath test. I'm like, yeah, duh. That's one of the reasons why your case is weak. By the way, refusals make your case stronger. See? I said, yeah, refusal. So what? He's like, well, if I give your client a break, then everybody's going to be encouraged to refuse the breathalyzer test, and more people are going to be, refusing breath tests, and I don't want to encourage bad behavior. Really? That's why you're not giving us a deal. You're going to trial to get cremated, crucified, and stomped all over. You're going to make me work for it just because you don't want to set a bad precedent for future cases. Are you serious, bro? He said, yeah. I said, okay, let's go to trial. So we went to trial. He got absolutely stomped. And why am I telling you all this? Obviously, you're going to see the trial for yourself, so I don't need to tell you. You'll see how badly he lost, and it was bad, folks. Trust me when I say this. I've tried more than 40 cases in my career. That was one of the craziest victories and the stupidest losses that he had ever sustained, a prosecutor has ever sustained in my entire career. I have no idea why. He had 2 pieces of evidence that my client allegedly smelled like alcohol, or excuse me, there was smell of alcohol coming from his body, meaning his clothes. His clothes, I apologize. His clothes smelled like alcohol, and there was an accident. Oh, and he refused. But actually, the refusal wasn't coming in, I believe. He tried to squeeze. He was very slimy. He was very sleazy. He was able to squeeze some stuff in. He was trying to get straight up hearsay evidence admitted. Oh, when you watch this trial, I swear, I think I objected in this trial like 35 times. Like 35 times. I've never objected this many times in 10 trials combined, let alone in one trial, just because he always tried to violate the rules. He always tried to break the rules. He always tried to get in inadmissible evidence. He always tried to like bend the rules and lie and cheat and scam. And I'm like, but he taught me a lot. I learned a lot from that case. Normally, I don't learn a lot from my victories, but he kept me so much on my toes. You will see this. You will see there's a moment during like one of my first objections, and I was like, objection, Your Honor. He's asking for, inadmissible hearsay evidence. He's literally asking the police officer what they talked about with another individual who's not here to testify, whom I can't cross-examine. And he was like, no, I'm not doing inadmissible evidence. And I said, okay, all right, I'm going to sit here. I'm going to wait. And I'm sitting there like this, right? I'm sitting there like this. And then I'm waiting for the testimony. And then the police officer, literally, you'll see this in the video. He goes, and then so-and-so approached me, the paramedic EMT, and they said to me, objection, Your Honor, hearsay evidence. Like I jump up and I scream and you can see the cop and the prosecutor, they're just like, look at this fool objecting. And I swear to you, we're going up to the bench. I think the prosecutor's like, yeah, sorry, it's inadmissible hearsay. No, he's like, Your Honor, I am not trying to admit it for the sake of the truth of the matter asserted. I'm like, do you even understand what that means? He's like, well, this is the exception to the hearsay rule. You literally just heard the police officer's words come out of his mouth. So-and-so came up to me and told me, and he's about to say what they told him. If you want to bring that evidence in, bring the EMT. All you had to do was subpoena the EMT. The EMT testifies, I have nothing. I have absolutely nothing. He was trying to bring in inadmissible evidence through one of his witnesses. It is the most improper thing you can possibly do in a jury trial, especially in a court of law. And he tried it time and time again. And each time you would think like, oh, he's just going to fold. Oh, he's just going to say, screw it. Oh, he's just going to. No. Every single time, he was like, well, I'm going to try this argument for a change. I'm like, dude, just give it up. Just give it up. The judge is not on your side. I am not on your side. The jury's not on your side. You are alone here, man. It was the craziest trial ever. So after the trial, I spoke to the jurors after we won with flying colors. Spoiler alert. We're on a streak, by the way. We have 3 in a row. Or is it 4 in a row? Wait a second. It might be 4 in a row. Hold on a second. No, it's 3 in a row. Because the one in Madison, We lost, unfortunately. It should have been a victory, but I screwed something up. Okay, so 3 in a row. Hopefully the one on we have another trial on Wednesday, because Craig Hendry's didn't go. We'll talk about that in a moment. But yeah, so I was comparing our prosecutor, which not our prosecutor, but our jury. Southern jury, quiet town, small town. Massachusetts is not really the South, but we're in BFE, Massachusetts, right? Dedham, Massachusetts. And I have a very strong feeling that juries are very, very similar in that regard. So here's what I'm expecting. David Yannetti had a very, very, very powerful opening. And I'm starting to learn that when you have a very good story and you tell it directly and the jury listens and they believe you and they understand it, you may be able to win an opening, especially if it's a simple case, such as Karen Reed's case. Karen Reed may have already won. It's very possible that Karen Reed has already won. We just don't know it yet because the jury hasn't listened to all the evidence. Now, I say this, I know it sounds like, Larry, how can you talk like that? You're a criminal defense attorney. Come on, you know better. There's still 6 more weeks of testimony. How can you say that Karen Reed has already won? I'll tell you why. It's very simple. Patterns. Patterns of behavior. Patterns of behavior by juries. Patterns of evidence. You do something enough times, you get to understand it at its core. You understand how to apply it to other future and other cases. In the Johnny Depp trial, the mainstream media was saying, Amber's going to win. Amber, believe all women. Amber, Amber. And then boom, all of us saying Johnny Depp's going to win. He won. Do you think we are some geniuses and, we have crystal balls that allow us to see into the future and we have these pools of magic? No. We were just paying attention, unlike everybody else who wanted to fit the narrative. That's the difference between, us in law tubes, such as myself, and independent journalists like Aidan Kearney in the Karen Reed trial, and the mainstream media, like Law and Crime and Court TV. By the way, screw those guys. Honestly, I am so appalled. I listened to one of them, and she started to talk about at the beginning of this week, like why Lally's, who's the prosecutor in the Karen Reed trial, why Lally's opening was so good and David Yannetti's was bad. And I'm like, were you even listening, or did you just literally make this up like 10 minutes before you went on the air? Because I even broke down David Yannetti in a masterclass series that we started on this channel. You guys have to go check it out. It's actually incredible. I know I'm biased. I'm tooting my own horn because it's my series. But at your recommendation, we created this series. And let me tell you, it is really, really good, especially because we're going to be covering like all the greats. And maybe even I ordered a few books with closing arguments, Jerry Spence, Clarence Darrow, and other greats. Scope's monkey trial. Unfortunately, that's never been recorded. The Karen Silverman. If you guys know the Karen Silverman case, it was Jerry Spence who represented her about radiation. The woman was dying of radiation poisoning. She ended up getting in a car wreck. They killed her. The company probably killed her. They Princess Diana'd her. And it was really, really sad. But he won. He won a I think it was like $10.5 million verdict for the family, for the estate of Karen Silverman. Karen Silverman, and it's the analogy he used. It's like he said radiation is kind of like the lion. So analogies, simplification, that's what wins cases. And I'm telling you, folks, Karen Reed's case is laden with simplicity, and it is filled with a very good analogy. Karen Reed was framed. That's the whole theme. Karen Reed was framed. 4 words. 4 words are going to win this entire case. Karen Reed was framed. And I believe David Yannetti has given an immensely powerful opening based on my own personal experience, understanding of the facts of this case. And by the way, also don't forget another important fact. We have had 4 days of testimony: Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. I was going to stream the trial yesterday. I just didn't have the desire or the patience for it. I was doing other things. Like I said, nothing. Monday and Tuesday, I was live streaming the trial. For some reason, they had a half day on Tuesday. Short of the opening by Yannetti, which we learned everything we need to know about this case, the prosecution has not done a gosh darn thing. What have they done? Please tell me in the chat if you think that Lally as the prosecutor, what has he accomplished so far? The only thing he did accomplish is shoot himself in the foot. When he put on, what's her name, on the witness stand, I think she was on yesterday, the firefighter. I believe Katie McLaughlin. Katie McLaughlin, not only did she lie that she didn't know Caitlin Albert, not only did she lie that she didn't know Caitlin Albert, she also said she was the one who perpetuated the he shot. I hit him theory. It came from Laughlin. It came directly from her mouth. That's fascinating. Fascinating. In a Perry Mason moment, somebody tweeted, Karen Reed's attorney Alan Jackson gets Canton Fire Department paramedic to admit on the stand that her story has evolved regarding her claims about Karen Reed's purported admission at the scene. Alan Jackson, so has your story evolved? Question mark. Katie McLaughlin, okay, yes. And right after that mic drop moment, Jackson proceeds to ask McLaughlin about her undisclosed close friendship with 34 Fairview homeowner Brian Albert's daughter, Caitlin Albert. How can you possibly recover from this? I don't know. And sorry, I don't have my headphones in, but you guys, I want to see this moment. I was not ready to play any video for purposes of this live because I normally just, do the live. So please excuse me. I'm not set up for this, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put one in and we're going to watch this. This is insanity. I haven't seen this yet. I've only heard about it. I've only heard about this. I want to see this. Hello, everyone just joining us. Hello, hello. All right, here we go. Oops. Here we go. Set it up.
Is that right or no? Yes or no? Is that right or no? Yes or no?
No, there was more to that testimony.
That's not what you said yesterday?
I think I said more than that, than what you just repeated.
Is what I said consistent with what you said yesterday? There's a lot of things that you said. More of. I'm asking, is that the sum and substance of what you told these jurors yesterday?
Yes.
So you would agree that from that time till yesterday, your story has evolved. It's changed.
Would I agree with that?
No.
I don't know that I agree with that.
You think
She's nodding though.
Trooper Proctor is exactly the same.
I understand what you're saying. So I understand what you're saying.
So has your story evolved?
Do you?
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
Wow. That's crazy. Wow.
Who's Caitlin Albert?
Hey, Melanie Little.
I went to high school with somebody named Caitlin Albert.
Hey, Claire.
Somebody named Caitlin Albert.
I went to high school with somebody named Caitlin Albert.
So do you know Caitlin Albert?
I do.
Friends with Caitlin Albert?
I would say more acquaintances, not close friends.
Liar.
Describe acquaintance.
We saw the photos.
I would say that we have mutual friends, so we might see each other occasionally because of mutual friends, but we don't have a one-on-one friendship or hang out regularly.
Who's her dad?
I don't know.
Objections. Do you know who her family
Look at how
is?
nervous she is. Holy
Objection.
crap. Look at her swallowing.
May we approach her?
Yes.
Wow, man. Oh my God. And there's the photos. There's the photos of her and Caitlin Albert just hanging out. Is there more? I want more of this. You had an undisclosed close friendship and you lied about it. That's crazy. That's just absolutely nuts, you guys. That's just absolutely nuts. So the prosecution has accomplished not just gaining ground, not just not gaining ground, they have lost ground during their case in chief. During their case in chief, where they're supposed to be presenting their strongest evidence. You always put on your strongest witness first, the witness that has the most to offer. The first on scene, I arrived and Karen Reed said, I hit him with the car and I'm sorry, or something like that, right? And then we got the mitochondria evidence, we got the blood evidence, and we connect the two. What did Lally start with? Let's hear from John O'Keefe's brother. Which, again, God bless him. I'm so sorry for his loss. We need to get the culprits, the cops who killed him. But we're going after the wrong person. You could tell just the body language alone. The witnesses did not want to be there. Next they called his wife, John O'Keefe's brother's wife. So John O'Keefe's sister-in-law. Again, she had absolutely nothing to offer. Sympathy. We have your sympathy, but that's not a guilty, beyond a reasonable doubt, guilty verdict. Who was next? Police officer. What's his name? I forget his name. He was terrible. He didn't know anything. He was the first on scene. If anything, the prosecutor shot himself in the foot. Even more. Because the police officer was just like in the video, Karen Reed is running around frantic, like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And meanwhile, the McCabe's are all like, yeah, there's a dead body over there. Don't tell anyone. Yep. We're cool. Steven Seraf, thank you. We cool. Don't worry about it. It's just a dead body. You know, we deal with dead bodies all the time. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Sergeant Duncan. Yeah. And then the firefighters came. The firefighters knew more than the police because they're paramedics, I suppose. So the investigating officers know less. Okay. And then came firefighter McLaughlin, who just absolutely torpedoed the prosecution's case. Basically admitting that her story evolved. She is close friends with one of the people who resides in that residence or connected to that residence. It doesn't matter at this point. The jury's is seeing all through the BS. And in 1 week, they have already acquitted Karen Reed. So unless Lally has an ace up his sleeve, which I don't think he's got, because he would have played it by now. You play your aces first. You don't, bore the jury to tears. I know they went to the scene on Friday to look at it. And so I'm really hoping that they saw the scene and they realized, kind of familiarize themselves with it and are better at understanding what the scene looked like. Is McLaughlin still on the witness stand, by the way? Those of you, because I haven't gotten a chance to catch up on yesterday. By the way, the Derby is running in 17 minutes for those of you following. Let me take a look real quick. It starts at 6:57. Sorry, 27 minutes. 27 minutes. Anyway, she's not on the witness stand anymore. Okay, McLaughlin is done. Did they move on to the next witness? Yeah, right. She's done in so many ways. Did they move on to the next witness, or did they end for the day on Friday? Oh, she might get recalled. She most definitely will get recalled by the defense. I wonder if the black box in Karen Reed's car was ever searched, by the way. Next witness. She had to go have a quick word with her priest. That's funny. You guys are hilarious today. I love it. And thanks, attorney Melanie Little. By the way, shout out to Melanie Little. She's been doing amazing coverage of this. We have, people say like, but aren't you competing with her? Like, she has her audience watching the trial and you have your audience watching the trial. I don't care. Enjoy. Listen to the commentary of Melanie. Listen to my commentary if that's what you like. Listen to her commentary if that's what you like. If you want to go to the Glare, I know the Glare is streaming this. We have Tom CPU at the courthouse. Folks, this is not a competition. We are all friends here. We are all trying to expose the truth and expose corruption. Who cares where you go to watch the thing? Whichever commentary that you think is your favorite, go there. I'm not going to be streaming like the entire trial because, unfortunately, I also have Ray Bone Crusher's in the house. What's up, Ray? This is not about like who can get the biggest numbers. You know, Emily D. Baker has been streaming. I think she's been getting like 15,000 watchers for this trial. So good for her. Again, it's not a competition of who gets the most and who can get. It's about getting the truth out there. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. Now, the only person I don't know if has picked sides at this juncture as we sit here today actually is Emily D. Baker. And that's fair. I know. She's a former prosecutor. I'm not trying to like ding her or anything. But I know Emily she's trying to remain unbiased and watching it as a juror. And I respect that. I think it's interesting to try and give that sort of perspective, but I think it's crazy. I think it's crazy to not pick a side because it's just the evidence is so damning against the prosecution. David Yannetti won the case for the defense after jury selection in opening. The case is over. The case is over. If the prosecution cannot live up to the burden of beyond a reasonable doubt, and they won't, mark my words, it's all over. Okay. Oh, and Legal Vices. Legal Vices is also streaming it. So that's gonna be a part of it as well. But I'm telling you, and we're gonna be back there next week. I have a jury trial of my own, so we'll talk about that in a moment. Let's keep going. So Wednesday. Oh, by the way, Monday I had the most incredible interview of my life. Greg Carson. If you have not seen my interview with Greg Carson, you guys, I'm not kidding when I say this. I would only say this unless I absolutely mean it. My interview with Greg Carson, which premiered 2 days ago, Greg breaks his silence. I changed the title. I'm trying to keep it simple, stupid. KISS, right? Greg breaks his silence. He violated a $100,000 non-disclosure agreement by doing that interview. If you have not seen it, you have to go check it out. It is incredible. It is the most amazing interview I have ever had in my entire career as a YouTuber. So go check that out. Lacey, looks like you have seen it. She says the interview was so good. I'm telling you, it's the RV from hell. Exactly, Boda Bob. Oh my God, it is just absolutely nuts. By the way, yeah, I hope you guys like my shirt today. Let me zoom out so you all can get a full gander. Life is full of important choices. For those of you who have not seen my T-shirt, and then of course I got the tie to go along with it. You know, we're dressed for success because today is Thurby, so we're trying to look nice and professional. Oh, thank you guys. So go check out that interview for sure. Also, so that premiered on the 2nd, but on May 1st, 2024, I had the pleasure of representing one of the biggest psychopaths. Love you, Greg. Craig Hendry, one of the biggest psychopaths in the First Amendment auditor industry. Now, he had a winning case. That's the reason I undertook that case, with funds provided by Chili DeCastro and his fundraising efforts. Obviously, he's not the one who paid for it. He's simply the one who helped raise the funds. And for that, I'm thankful. I'm sorry that he is in jail right now. I know that he went to jail because he did an interview and he crossed a few lines. He thinks he didn't. Some people think he did. I have no dog in the fight. I hope he's doing okay. I understand he was recently interviewed by the counterterrorism unit. I don't know anything about it. I just hope that he just lives to see another day. You know, he's a human being just like any of us. I think he's just going a little crazy while incarcerated, but wouldn't we all, you know? So I think he threatened the judge or something, but I hope he gets out in September, or maybe he's going to get released early. I don't know anything about it. People have been asking me to cover it, and I refuse. I don't want to cover it because it's just a crazy, crazy, crazy mess. And I, as an attorney, have to kind of choose. I have to pick and choose my battles. You know, I'm not just a YouTuber at the end of the day. I also have my own reputation to maintain. So I hope he's okay. I hope he gets out okay. Maybe they'll move for shock probation in a month or two, and maybe the judge will grant it. So I agree, Lacey. I wouldn't last a day in jail either. It's just not for us. I think actually Melanie Little and I could do a dual stream, but I don't want to encroach on her territory, and I'm sure she doesn't want to encroach on mine. So maybe it'll happen, maybe it won't. We shall see. But anyway, so yeah, I am headed back to Massachusetts. We're going to talk about that in just a moment. Beach Life from MA. But before we talk about that, let's talk about Craig Hendry's case, and that is Craig Hendry. My God, the public defender's office was missing key evidence. And I don't know why the prosecution did not turn it over to the public defender's office. The public defender's office did not have the reports by 5 sheriff's deputies who were present on scene. And actually, we saw them on May 1st when we went there. Who were present on scene. They just never turned it over to the defense. They turned it over to me, so thank goodness I had them. But I'm telling you, it's just wild. It's just absolutely wild. And we show up. So 2 days before we show up, the prosecutor apparently files a motion for continuance. Because Craig and I, we tried mediation. It failed. It fell through. And I let the prosecutor know. And the prosecutor neglected to prepare. He used some sort of an excuse about some medical emergency. I'm sorry, I don't buy it. Because I asked for a clarification on the record, like who had the medical emergency. And they gave me the names of the 2 witnesses that are unavailable. And I said, okay, which one of those is having the medical emergency? And they refused to answer. It's too personal. They said, I said, okay, let's come up to the bench. No, we're not doing that, the judge said. I said, okay, you're not going to let me protect the record. Let me carve the prosecutor a new a-hole. And I did. Because the judge was like, we'll see you on May 15th or later date. And I said, Judge, if I may. And I laid it all on thick. And the judge very patiently sat there and listened. And then something very interesting happened. The judge realized we did mediate the case, and he started applying pressure on Dotson, on Curtis Dotson, the elected county attorney, out of the blue. And I was like, is this a 2v1, judge? Like, this is not even fair. I'm looking at Curtis going, dude, I'm really sorry. In my heart, you know, in my head, I'm going, hell yeah. But like the human part of me was like, dude, you're getting chewed out by the judge of all people, your judge, like the guy who's in your corner 99 times out of 100. This is the 1 in 100, right? And he's like, come on, like, you know, fix this, resolve this. And I'm like, yeah, Curtis, come on, let's resolve this. So I jump on the boat, right? This is what you do when you are given a golden opportunity. You're going to take it. So that's exactly what I do. And he makes us an offer, but Craig refuses it. It's an offer we can't refuse, but Craig refuses it. He wants his jury trial. I go, Curtis, I came up with an idea. And I'm going to spare you. I'm going to keep it to myself because I want you to watch it live. I don't want you to hear it from my mouth. I want you to watch the video. Because it was magical. I still don't know how I did it. There was a moment where the prosecutor, we had this little dance. And it was just like the prosecutor was ready to pull the plug. And I was just like, just stay with me, stay with me, stay with me, stay with me, stay with me. And I kept him like on this, and he was getting ready. It's like if one wrong move, the line would just snap. It's like fishing, you know, you got the fish and you got the, I'm not trying to be a jerk. It was just such a delicate dance of minds. And there was one moment I remember I'm typing away and Craig and the prosecutor start, and I'm like, yo, folks, just, can you go to your corner, you go to your corner. Can we just relax? I'm finishing up here before this whole thing falls apart. I felt like I was the only thread holding everything together. It was just magical. It was absolutely magical. and I really enjoyed. And by the way, I know Melanie was being attacked. I just remembered, by the way, I know I'm segueing, but I know Chad is talking about this. Who was the one attacking Melanie, by the way? Who was the psychopath? Was it Craig? Was it not Craigie? What's his name? Oh my God. I'm sorry. Grant. Was it Grant? The irrelevant? The irrelevant Grant? Grant the irrelevant. The irrelevant. Oh, what a tool. That kid is not going to end well. Did you hear that? Holy crap, that was really loud thunder the moment I mentioned him. That's not good. Even God is angry at Grant. And by the way, don't let him get to you, Melanie. He's I think who was it? It was Aiden Kearney who asked me, like, when Grant started coming after me and my press pass and everything, because he's a lowlife who has nothing interesting going on. And every time I tweet, he's like, "Well, you're the one who got your press pass revoked." And I'm like, "Are you finished? Thank you." And Aiden Kearney asked me, he's like, "How do you feel about Grant Ellis attacking you?" And I was like, I had pieces of gum stuck on the bottom of my shoe that were more interesting than Grant. So I really don't care. So don't let him get to you, Melanie. Trust me when I say this. Grant is completely harmless. There you go. Nobody worth a damn takes him seriously. Jim Dara, I love you, man. I still haven't put it up. I still have it. It's right here. I'm just like, I keep telling myself every time, I'll put it up. I swear I'm going to put it up. I'm going to put it up. I swear I'm going to put it up. And then I don't put it up. And I have it right here. But anyway, so yeah, Melanie, don't let him get to you. Don't let him get to you. Thank you, Jim Dara. So yeah, the very interesting week. So that was Monday, Tuesday. Then Wednesday, we had this delicate dance. And I swear to you, I can show you guys right now. This is kind of insane. I have the agreement. Between the parties, signed by Curtis Dotson, Craig Hendry, Larry Foreman, myself. And look at the diversion agreement. This is not a diversion agreement, folks. This is a dismissal. The defendant herein and the attorney for the Commonwealth being in agreement and having fixed their signatures here too, the court being otherwise advised, herein enter in a pretrial diversion agreement. It is hereby ordered and the judge as follows. The defendant, Craig Hendry, is charged with disorderly conduct and criminal trespass 3rd degree. The defendant, upon entering this agreement, will resolve this case. I don't even know what that means, but I wrote it in there. The period of diversion shall be for 180 days. It's actually 171 days because the judge cut it short by 9 days. No terms or conditions apply. So if he violates this diversion agreement, nothing happens, like literally nothing. The jury trial set on the 1st of May 2024 shall be removed from the court's docket, which it was. At the completion of the diversion, the defendant shall be deemed fully discharged and all charges against him will be dismissed with prejudice. And it's on for review on October 21st, 2024 at 1 p.m. And it was entered on the first day of May 2024. Signed by Judge, what's his name? I forgot his name. And Curtis at the bottom, Craig, and myself. This is not a diversion, folks. This is a dismissal. I don't know. To this day, I don't know how I got it. It's been 3 days. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what I did. I went into like some sort of zombie mode, and it just happened. Don't ask me how. Don't ask me why. Don't ask me what. It just happened. So I'm very happy. Craig is very happy. We're gonna get the video, and Craig is gonna post it first. I already told him I have plenty of content. This is his lifeblood, so he's gonna post it first, and then I'll post it right after him. So that should be really, really good. Next, what do we have next? So Thursday, we went to Thurby. Thursday was just an incredible day. The last 3 days have been incredible. It is kind of like my birthday weekend, plus it's Derby, so the whole city of Louisville turns into a tourist trap. I posted another photo from Thursday today, so it looks like we went to the Derby. A little secret, just don't tell anyone. I actually didn't go to Derby. I really don't care. It's way too many people, and it gets way too loud, way too crazy, way too crowded, all for just to watch one race. One race that you can watch on the TV. A race that's starting in 14 minutes. It's really not a big deal. Not really a big deal at all. So I think that oh, Massachusetts. I told you guys I was gonna talk about Massachusetts. Okay. So coming up. For those of you who have been following the How to Win in Court series, by the way, if you haven't, go check it out when this video is over. I am literally dissecting. I take a knife and I'm dissecting my own jury trial, my cross-examination of the cop getting pulverized in court, the most watched video on my channel, 4.2 million views. So I picked the video that is the most popular first, and I broke it into, I think, approximately like 12 episodes, maybe 16. I kind of lost track because I don't premiere it every day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think 12. I think it has 12 episodes, okay? 12 episodes in the series, and it is phenomenal. Not all of them have premiered yet. We had episode number 9 premiere yesterday, and episode number 10 is going to premiere either tomorrow on Sunday or Monday on my birthday. But by the end of the week, probably we'll finish premiering it, and then we will premiere a couple of jury trials. So that's going to be the next couple of weeks. So the next 3 weeks, we're going to finish Officer Oliver. I have another interview that I'm going to premiere. Maybe a couple of short courtroom videos like Craig Hendry's if we get it. And then there's going to be the Danny Faulkner trial, which I did. And then there's the Jeffrey Edwards trial that my associate did. We both won our respective jury trials. And again, the reason I'm telling you this because it's now all public record. Once the jury trial begins, it all becomes public record. There's no duty of attorney-client confidentiality at that point. Whom I represent up until the jury trial is all confidential, unless you breach it yourself, and like Craig Hendry, in which case I'm given carte blanche, and he has already given me the carte blanche a long time ago to talk about his case. I follow the rules very strictly. I respect the rule of law, I respect the rules of ethics, and I respect cultural and societal mores. That's just the way I operate. So you will see all of the stuff that I'm sharing with you, and it's really, really fun and interesting. And I think that you will learn a lot because there is a lot to be learned, especially from the sleazy prosecutor who tried to get away from me on this past Thursday, the week before last, on the 25th. On the 25th. Now I have one more jury trial coming up. I have one more jury trial coming up on Wednesday in Whitley County, Kentucky. That one is going to be very interesting. It's a retrial because the first one ended in a mistrial because the prosecutor was dumbass enough to tell the jury, like, hey, folks, we don't have to prove that he was intoxicated. All we have to prove is that he may have been intoxicated. What? Are you stupid? No, that's not how it works. And that video premiered a while ago. I'm trying to see if... when did I premiere? Oh, yes, July 15th. Wow, it's almost at 1 million views. Holy crap. Prosecutor deviously misleads the jury. Judge immediately grants a mistrial. He actually emailed me when I posted that video. He emailed me and was like, man, can you like take that video down? And I was like, no, because you deviously misleaded the jury and the judge granted an immediate mistrial. Where's the problem? What did I say that's wrong? Tell me where I'm wrong and I will take it down. And he had no response. To the contrary, I think he is actually violating the rules of ethics because he, to this day, is posting on his Facebook page people who have been indicted, not convicted, indicted and charged, innocent until proven guilty, unless you're in Whitley County, Kentucky, in which case he's going to blast your name all over the internet and say, we have charged you. It's so bad. It's so sleazy. It's so dirty. I hate it. I hate it so much. Hey, Tex, I'm guessing this is probably your new handle because I know you said, yeah, new Tex. Mr. Foreman is a younger Yeah, sure, whatever. I'll take it, whatever. But yeah, so that's gonna be coming up on Wednesday. Tomorrow we're gonna premiere a new video every day at 6, folks. Every day 6 p.m. No exceptions. Every day. On Wednesday, I'll probably have to tell my shorts maker Boyan to premiere the video since I won't be there. So it may not be popularized in social media, but be on the lookout for it at 6 p.m. And then on the 12th of June, which is, by the way, also my 65-month sobriety anniversary, slow clap, we're going to be flying back to Massachusetts to spend the week in Massachusetts. So the 12th through the 18th, we're going to be in Dedham every day. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, that there is court. We're going to be in Dedham. And then the week after that, we're coming back and going to the Bahamas. So I don't know if I'm going to do a live yet on that Saturday, or if I'm just simply going to premiere a video. That might be the only exception to my I'm live on Saturdays rule, because I'm going to be on the beach and I probably won't want to stream, but we shall see. We shall see. Cindy Brown, thank you so much for the $1.99. I really appreciate you. Jim Dara says, happy birthday. Where's your Kentucky Derby mint julep? I don't drink. Therefore, I do not have a mint julep. Like I just said, 65 months sobriety is coming up in like a month and a half. Or month and a half. Sorry, month and a half. May 12th. May 12th. So next week, next Sunday. Also, Fraud at Wrangler says, have a great weekend. My best to everyone, you and yours. Thank you very much. Jim Dara also gifted. Shout out if you got a gifted membership from Jim Dara. Thank you, Jim. Multi-voice, I am welcome to the channel as a member. Jim Dara also says, if you have too many mint juleps for the Kentucky Derby, I know a great DUI lawyer. You're the best, man. Melissa Smith says, Katie asked Proctor if she would get in trouble for lying on the stand, and he said, nope. Golly, I swear to God. Matrix, thank you so much for the 10. She also admitted that Karen didn't tell her the I killed him thing. Karen actually said that to another friend there, and the medic overheard it. Everything she has told everyone has not been true. Oh, so she shot herself in the foot even more. Thank you, Fallen Hero, for the super sticker. And Dreamer Thinker says, what are the possibilities that the prosecution is so bad because they're simply trying to reduce their risk in the federal investigation? Maybe. I haven't thought of that. They have to follow through with the case, but their goal is to take no risks, eh? Interesting. Interesting. Holy crap, Kevin Sheely, you've been sober for 44 years? Good for you. Wow. Wow. That's insane. 14 years here, says JD. That's awesome. So, yeah. So jury trial this Wednesday, Massachusetts the week after that, Bahamas at the end of the month. And then, of course, Chandler's birthday is on May 28th. So we are going to be doing something special on that day, of course. And tomorrow, for my birthday, we're probably going to be doing something special as well. She has a few things planned, and I told her not to spoil it. I want to be surprised. So she hasn't spoiled it, and I am probably going to be surprised. So I'm very excited about all of that. I think that pretty much catches us up. Like I said, there probably is going to be an interview that I'm going to premiere tomorrow. If not, we're going to continue the Oliver series, the Officer Oliver series. Let's see. Oh, I'm on the wrong page. That's why. Here we go. So we have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So we're going to finish Oliver probably by Wednesday. I'm going to try and stream the jury trial of Karen Reed Monday or Tuesday. I might be able to do it Monday. Don't hold me to it, but I'm going to try and stream the Karen Reed trial before we go back to Massachusetts. Jennifer Coffindoffer apparently illegally went to 34 Fairview and got caught on a ring cam. That's hilarious. Is that what happened, Lisa? I remember Aiden was taunting us and teasing us about something. Oh my God. Jennifer Coffindoffer caught creeping. Oh Lord, that woman is a disaster. And how she runs off. Why does she run off like a pedo? You guys have to watch this video. Watch this clip. Let me show you. I don't have my headphones in. Give me a second. Let me look at how she runs. Who runs like that? Only creepers run like that. What is wrong with you, lady? Look at this. Share screen. Here we go. Look at her. Look at her running. Look at this. Look at that. Who does that? Creepy people run like that. And then she pretends to be walking away like she didn't do anything wrong. See? She runs, and then she stops running, and then she just, like, starts walking. There she goes. That is so weird. That is so weird. Why? Why would you do that? Oh, my God. Oh, yeah, here's more photos. Proof that Katie McLaughlin lied about her friendship with Caitlin Albert. This is unbelievable. Thank you, Aiden, for all your coverage, man. You've exposed this case completely. You really have. You absolutely have. Well, folks, I believe this is the end of another DUI Guy Saturday Night Larry Live. I wanted to thank you all for joining me. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for the attention. Thank you for the happy birthday wishes. I will be turning 36 in, what time is it? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 5 hours. I'll be 36 in 5 hours. It is the year of the dragon. I am a Taurus. I'm an Earth dragon. So if that means anything to you, fantastic. I still don't know what it means. Resilience, other stuff. I hope you all have a wonderful Catterday, and I will see you all tomorrow at 6 p.m. as always on the DUI Guy channel. I love every single one of you, and don't forget to hug each other from time to time. It's very important. Did you know that 12 seconds of hugging begins to release dopamine in the brain? Try that sometime. Try that with your loved one. Try that with a friend. Try it with your cat, your dog, your hamster, whatever you have. Sugar glider, marmot, seal, whatever pet you have, whale. Try it out. Hope you feel more rested now with the new schedule. Happy birthday, and thank you for all that you do. Thank you, Carolyn B., for your support as well. So I will see you all. I love you. Take care, everyone. And I will see you tomorrow, 6 p.m. every day, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific, midnight Eastern, Central European time. I'll see you tomorrow, folks. Bye-bye, everybody.